lab, what we're going to do is we're going to control the onboard LED on the Arduino through a web page using the esp8266 Wi-Fi module. The coding for this is all pretty straightforward. We're including a couple header files. We're also going through and declaring a global object of software serial. We're going to give the name ESP serial, and then set its pins to 2 and 3, 2 being receive, 3 being transmit. In our setup, we're using pin mode 13 output. Pin 13 is associated with the Arduino onboard LED. We're going to go ahead and start the serial begin, ESP serial begin 9600. We're going to use a function, send data, to send our AT commands, and we go through down, take a look at that, and we'll see here that after it happens, I'm going to wait 3 seconds just to give a chance for the command to kick in. Then we loop, and we're going to check and see if anything's out on the ESPN for us to read. If there is, we're going to look and see if it's coming in from the network. And we know that by the IPD. We wait a second, let that pin data load up on it. And then we're going to go through and we're going to grab the connection ID so we can close it up when we're done. We're going to do a find on the LED state. We're going to go ahead and advance the cursor there. And one way that we're doing it right now is we're just going to grab the number and we're subtracting 48 because we're looking at the ASCII code that we want to, that we're working with. If the LED state is equal to 1, we're going to write the pin high. If it's 0, we're going to turn it off. Then we're going to go ahead and build our close command and send that. So that's pretty much the code on there. Let me go ahead. I'm going to go here and load it. Then we will take a look in the serial monitor, and we should see the responses to our send data. And again, we're going to go through, and you can go back and look at the code, and you'll see the commands, what we're doing with it. We're setting the mode to 2 because we want this to be working for us as a server. We get our IP address, and we're good to go. We're setting the server. We got the server going. Now we're going to go ahead and just make sure that we are on the network. And we're on the ESP. I've already connected to that. Let's go out here to Visual Studio. I've already set off, I'm using the Go Live extension, and you can see the code here. We're using jQuery 3.60. I'm using jQuery because the AJAX is pretty straightforward to get. I'm setting the LED state is S, and what that is, I'm going to go through, and you can see here, I'm looking for the class of state on the function S, get my attribute for the ID, so it's either going to be 0 for when it's on or 1 when it's off. Let's go ahead and take a look at our code. So let me get my camera going here so you can see. I'll set the video going so you can see exactly what's happening on the board when we're doing it. So let me start my video. We've got the video going. I'm going to go ahead, and if you look up here on the board, you can see that the LED is off. I'm going to click on, and we see that the LED is now on. I hit off, and it goes off. So that's how we're going ahead and controlling it through a LAN, through a local area.